Aloha, hey, it is Aloha Friday. It is another beautiful evening. The sun is going down over here in front of me, but you still see the beauty of the light all back here behind me, the waves crashing in, kids over here playing on the beach. Absolutely beautiful evening. I think it's about maybe just under 80 degrees, right about 80 degrees right now. Listen, I don't know if any of you know who Gary Vaynerchuk is. Quite a few people who know me know who Gary Vaynerchuk is because I post this stuff all the time. What's going on, James? How you doing, brother? Congratulations on getting ready to retire. Happy for you, man. And Gary Vaynerchuk, I'm not going to really get into who Gary Vaynerchuk is. Just know this. He is a very, very wealthy man, and he's gotten very wealthy in wine initially. He started out as a young man, as a kid, selling stuff on eBay. He would go to, Emilio, what's going on? He would go to yard sales and all this stuff, but I'm not gonna get into that right now. I'm getting ahead of myself. Right now, today, Gary Vaynerchuk is a very, very wealthy man, very well known in social media. He's written several books, and I used his name just because a lot of people are following him right now. And yes, I'll admit it was the title here was kind of clickbait because this is going to be posted to my blog, directly to my blog, and I wanted it to grab people's attention. But here's the thing, I mean exactly what it says. Stop following Gary Vaynerchuk today. What I mean by that is so many people, they want to go out and find all of this success, and they want all this money, and they want all this fame, whatever it is, and they go and they decide to follow somebody. I know Paul knows who Gary Vaynerchuk is. They go and decide to follow somebody like Gary Vaynerchuk, or somebody like, oh my goodness, Jay Papasan, or any number of gurus out there, like, now of course I'm going to draw a blank. Let's say Bill Gates, Michael Dell, who else out there? Who else? Somebody put somebody up there that's really famous, that's doing extremely well right now. Even if it's if you want to be a singer, if you want to be a country singer, you want to follow somebody like Leanne Rimes. Well, here's the thing. What I mean by don't stop following Gary Vaynerchuk or any of those other folks that I mentioned today, stop following who they are today. This is where so many people fail at what they're doing. Josh, what's going on, man? Joshua, I know you know who Gary Vaynerchuk is. And I just posted today, I was just featured on Joshua's podcast. I'm going to sidetrack here just a minute. And I want to thank you personally, since you're on right now, thank you personally for having me on your show, man. I really appreciate that. And I posted it to all my social media. Anyway, so many people want to follow Gary Vaynerchuk, who he is today. Or they want to follow Warren Buffett, who he is today. And you got to understand where they came from. You got to understand that Gary Vaynerchuk was going door to door, going to yard sales, picking up stuff from yard sales and taking that stuff and taking pictures of it and posting it on eBay as a young man, and selling baseball cards, collecting baseball cards not to keep but to sell, selling baseball cards years ago. That's how he got started. Then he got into his dad's wine business, and he started working in the liquor store and started working in the wine store. Then he decided YouTube came out. He was one of the first guys to get on YouTube and have a YouTube channel specifically talking about wine. Look this up. I'm going to post the link down below when I'm done with this. The first video that he did, he literally, these are his words, he looks like a refugee. Now, Gary's from Russia. And like I said, I'm not going to get, this isn't about Gary. This is about anybody that you want to follow, that you want to emulate. I'm going to change scenery out here a little bit for you. This is anybody that you want to emulate. Stop following who they are today and start following who they were before, when they first got started. Because that's who you're most likely going to relate to today. So many people want to be the next Gary Vaynerchuk, and they go and they want to have his money, have his lifestyle, have his business acumen, have all the businesses that he has now worldwide. And then when you're a year in or 2 years in and you're not even close, then you want to quit. And most people, quite frankly, quit in the first couple months. If you make it a year, goodness, man, you're doing amazing. But most people quit in the first couple months. Why? because you're trying to be who you're trying to be like, who they are today. You're not paying attention to who they were before. Let me grab this book. I'm gonna grab this book real quick that I just got today. But I've been listening to the audio. I'm gonna go back out. I've been listening to the audio for the last 2 or 3 days. I'm on chapter 7. But Dean Graziosi, look this guy up. Millionaire Success Habits. Now, I don't always like to buy books that have the word millionaire in it because it's misleading. It's not about having the $1 million. It's about being who you got to be to have the $1 million. That's what it's about, okay? It's not about the $1 million, it's being who you need to be to have the $1 million. And in order to be somebody like Dean, you have to look back at where he came from and start from there. Not try to be who he is today. Okay, I hope I'm getting my point across here. If so, throw me some hearts or some likes up there. I'd appreciate that. If I'm making any sense whatsoever. Great insight. I appreciate that. Thanks, Austin. Thanks for the feedback on that, man. Yeah. So yeah, Dean's been around for a long time, man. Thanks, Paul. Dean has been around for a long time, and he is a really and you know I'm gonna tell a personal story. If you go check out his Facebook, he just posted today. I don't know if you know this. If you follow him, you know he's been traveling with his 10-year-old daughter. His daughter's been begging him to travel, go on travel business trips with him. Well, she traveled with him. While they were traveling, her puppy died. Her dog went to have some dental work done, didn't come out of the anesthesia. And he tells that story. He's just a real dude, man, and so many people, I'm going to get on a different tangent here, but so many people want to look at people and they want to label all these millionaires that they're just bad people, but I'm telling you, man, they're amazing people first before they get the money. And if they're not amazing people when they get the money, they're not going to have the money for very long. That's just the way it is in many cases. But in any case, to reiterate, to close this up, stop following who you're following today. In this case, stop following Gary Vaynerchuk, who he is today. Start following who he was when he first got started with selling stuff on eBay, getting the wine YouTube channel going, did that for many years, recently kind of started doing it again, started writing a couple books on the stuff that he was doing, making a lot of sense, got into social media, now owns VaynerMedia, and I think he just opened up a business in London, in the UK, so just amazing. I appreciate that. Thanks, Arthur. Thanks for the feedback, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Thanks for the likes. Aloha. I got to get out of here. My little guy's down. You can see him down there. I see him. He's down there playing around on the beach. Thanks again, Paul. Appreciate it. And I'm out. Greg, what's going on, man? I miss you, man. Get a hold of me. I know you're back on island. Ruben, my old high school buddy, man. A lot of high school friends jumping on here. Go back and listen to what I was saying, Ruben. You're going to love it. Hey, Ruben, go get this book. You just recommended the book to me. I got this one. You just recommended another one to me. I'm going to go ahead and try to get him on my show. I just sent an invitation to get Dean on my show on menofabundance.com. So go subscribe to Men of Abundance. I just sent a personal message to Dean Graziosi to come on to Men of Abundance, because he talks about abundance a lot in this book. And I just invited him on, and that hopefully we'll have a conversation, and that'll air in probably about another month or so. So I've got a backlog of people. In fact, next week, Chris Ducker's gonna post next week, and I've got Kay Wilkins, who is the CEO of the Red Cross. She's gonna be on the show. We've already had that interview. We've already talked, and she's gonna be on the show. So looking forward to that as well. I'm babbling now. Christina, how you doing? You keeping everybody in line over there? Austin, thanks again, brother. Take care. Appreciate you. Aloha.